Hello there, my name is Vasalia Sanders, and today I will be presenting the Cannon Busters mobile app, which is a live streaming interactive application for all of our indie needs. Now, to begin, the mobile app itself is actually being funded by Warner Creations Entertainment. And essentially, it is a interest-based social media application that allows people to network, connect, keep up with shows, create a following, and essentially for fan bases to come together. This is going to go for indie shows, web series, smaller content creators, podcast to live video creators, people all under that umbrella that can't do the full feature films and the movies and can't get their stuff onto Netflix or Hulu. They have to find a new platform that is going to keep all their stuff together rather than them having to spread it across several different social media apps and then link everything below. Now, our main client concerns and needs are, for one, designing and developing the application, making sure it runs smoothly, making sure it works across, whether it be for Apple, whether it be for BlackBerry, whether it be for computer, PC, iOS, everything. The app needs to run smoothly and be transferable, and it also needs to be done in a timely manner. Our clients are giving several months in order for us to plan, develop, code, and correct any testing errors that we discover along the way. So with that, they have very high expectations and they want this to be something that once their team receives it, they can continue working on it themselves and also upkeep it. Now, the main deliverables and key things to look forward to within this project, there are five, but the ones we're focusing on is one, two, and three. Now, we need to iron down the concept and design for the mobile application itself, as well as do task two, which is development of the framework coding that is going to be the roots and fundamental needs of the whole app. From there, we're going to have to do testing. We're going to have to see what users are saying in their feedback of how they navigate things, just like with video games when each level is developed and you have players who just play through and try and find any bug, any glitches or issues. That's what we need in our testing period, and that's what's going to give us the check of approval for us to go forward with the completion. Now, our solution strategy in order to do so is after we develop the concept and design, after we kind of have the framework of what we're looking for the actual application overall, including the research, the outreach to different content creators, just to kind of get some base content in movies and shows to actually put on the app itself to upload and see how big of the project of itself can we actually work through. How much of it is going to play smoothly? Where do we have our hiccups? Where do we have our stop points? And we also want to make sure that it's compatible with the following systems. So that is how we're going to test it. We're going to go from going on OS systems from different phones to moving to computers, because if users are on their tablet, are on their PC, and they want to access the site or access the app, it should be able to transfer just as it is with Discord. It should be something that, yes, primarily used on your phone, but can go to the next section. And afterwards, there will be an upkeep and a tackle plan for all any upcoming bugs and issues, something that can be moved forward with as time progresses. Now, the communication plan, as we have it for our team, we have several sections. We have our kickoff meeting, we have our team meetings, our technical design meetings, bi-weekly project meetings, and project status reports. Now, these are led by different people. I will be the main focal point for people to base off of. But as we go forward, as things start to get farther along within the timeline, we want to be able to recollect and actually give the stakeholders a full report of any issues that occur, any problems within the actual development of the app and the research and testing period, we want to be able to give them something that is fully encompassing every segment of our team. Now, our solution alternatives in the case that we run into errors, in the case that risks that we weren't fully expecting or partially accepting, this is where we have money set aside. So we have a contingency reserve, which is about 10% of the overall cost of the app in its development stage, and we have a management reserve, which is about 7%. This money is used for if we have technological errors where maybe there is an issue with the machinery we're using, if we encounter a large amount of bugs that we might have to outsource for outside help. This is the money where we can pay for those sources of resolution. At the end of the day, creating the app itself is the main goal. We cannot offer the client something that's separate from that, but we absolutely want to have money set aside for the worst case scenario. So rather than having money just for, developing the team, developing the concept, paying people in different teams and different segments to do what they need to do, and to complete this, we also want the client to have money set aside for essentially a rainy day fund. And this is something that it can't be approved without there being shareholder knowledge and actual acceptance of the steps that we're taking, and also a full understanding from our team about what we're doing, rather than going with the best and worst case solution for if we encounter an error. We want to be able to make sure that, for one, the people who are paying for it know what's happening and why we need this extra money, and also our team to know exactly what they're doing with that cash, so it's not just going with us going just throwing money for a solution, hiring people on who are being outsourced that we believe to be good for the team, but could possibly bring other hiccups along the way. Now, the main benefits of the Cannon Buster app, again, is to create a safe place that smaller content creators, indie filmmakers, web series, folks who are trying to take that next step in their development as an actor, as a director, as a producer, to allow them to have a space where they can absolutely post their content without having to worry about, oh, well, I need to have a certain amount of subscribers in order for me to upload my content. Or maybe I need to go ahead and spread across multiple platforms, and then we'll kind of figure out where we want to go. No, the point of Cannon Busters is to allow people to have this one place to go to that they know, if I want to see the best of the best for web series, indie films, even amateur music videos, this is where I go. And it also allows the community to connect. Now, we do have a risk response action plan put in place to manage our risks for when they appear. We have categorized them from green, yellow, red. So essentially going from the easiest and most likely of problems, whether it be coding errors or compatibility errors in regards to the transfers of it, to mild if there is a timeline breach, or to severe where it is something that absolutely must be taken care of. So if we have any issues with the coding itself or to getting rights to any content that we're doing, we have money and time set aside just for those. And it's built within the timeline of our plan. So our WBS is actually updated to allow for some buffer room when those issues occur.